Hey, give me that video about the fallout from federal government shutdown. So we had a lot more. We had a lot more stuff that we was going to show you, but after a while, it starts to get to a point to where it's inevitable. It's there. It's clear. So I have, Iskar was sending books. I had books. We had about 7 or 8 more books that we could have showed you that prove without a shadow of a doubt that Amalek is an Edomite, and that Rome was Esau, and Greece was Esau, and America was founded by Esau. But I think y'all get the picture. Y'all get the point now. So we're going to move on to the judgments real quick. Bring that out for me.
Down, the first in nearly 7 years.
Democrats and Republicans are facing off for what could be a long fight. Hundreds of thousands of workers have been furloughed, services Americans depend on have been disrupted, and the shutdown could impact the travel industry the longer it lasts.
KTLA's Chris Wolf joins us live from LAX, where the shutdown could lead to staffing shortages and safety issues. Chris.
Absolutely. Good evening, John and Cher. Nearly 24 hours into this shutdown, and there's a new warning tonight from the FBI Agents Association. This group says it is very concerned about national security, that it could be in jeopardy, and that reduced, quote, operational resources can disrupt investigations, surveillance, forensic analysis, and partnerships with state, local, and international law enforcement.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 62.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 62. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God.
Read.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you,
Read.
so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
That's what you just read. We just read. The history just showed that. That's what we just read that the conquistadors did. That the so-called settlers, the pilgrims, all of them, they did that same thing. Go back to it. Go back to it.
Hey, Cap, you know in small town Mississippi, when you go to those Confederate cemeteries in them small towns, all of them have a Jewish section in their cemeteries. All of them got a Jewish section in their cemetery, but you look at the dates go back to 1600, 1400.
Yeah.
That means Amalek was over here in the 1400s, 1600s, which proves what we just read, that they were the Confederates.
You know, Ruleville, Mississippi. We got one of the officers from down there is from Ruleville. Was owned by Amalek. Yep. Amalek owned many of the towns in rural Mississippi, like Ruleville, Cleveland. All of those they changed their names. You understand? And they took ownership and rule over these cities in Mississippi. So guess what? When you see all them hangings and lynchings going on in Mississippi, it was Amalek that was doing it, brothers and sisters. Amalek was the mayor. Amalek owned the local store. Amalek owned the local washateria. Amalek was the sheriff. That we just showing y'all the history is uncovering. These folks been in the midst of every great tragedy that has happened to the children of Israel from the beginning, and they're Edomites. Right. They think they're going to escape their judgment? No, sirree, Bob.
You're going to learn today.
Shout out to Officer Abraham. He showed that in the documentary that he's working on.
Right.
Raleigh, North Carolina, the Mordecai plantation, right around from where we bring it out at, was started by Ashkenazi Jews. He donated 1,000 acres to start the city of Raleigh, and he owned a 5,000-acre plantation in the heart of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Come on, man. Stop playing with us. We can uncover these things now because the Spirit of God is in us to start looking at our fathers. Like the Bible says, be on the search of your fathers. Go ahead.
Then the idea of importing black...
Drop it, yeah.
Then the idea of importing black Africans in large quantities to replace them was conceived.
See that? Go ahead.
Indeed, the slave trade became the largest single European maritime activity.
Go ahead.
Since on much evidence, Jews were well represented among the conquistadors, if not an actual majority of the first waves of them. And since Jews virtually control the administrative and financial aspects of European maritime commerce, the conclusion is inescapable that Jews must have had a large and profitable role in New World genocide and slavery.
You hear this? And they hate when this truth come out. They hate it. They had a hand in our destruction. Right. So they are not excusable. They are not excused. Go ahead.
There is no way to estimate the number of victims. Reasonable estimates suggest that from 10 to 15 million Amerindians and Africans perished in slavery, but some estimates range as high as 100 million victims.
That go back to what we just read in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 62 on down, that as the Lord was multiplying us, he would also rejoice over us to destroy us because of our sins. Deuteronomy 28, 68.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord will bring us into Egypt again with ships. Egypt is synonymous for bondage. Get that in Exodus chapter 20. Yes, sir. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Egypt is synonymous with bondage.
The book of Exodus 20 and verse 2. And I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Egypt means bondage. The slave ships didn't just come to America. The slave ships went to the Caribbean islands, South America, so on and so forth. Europe and various other places. Okay, we had the Indian Ocean slave trade that took our ancestors to Sri Lanka and Yemen and India and different parts of the the South Pacific islands, Australia. What's the other one down there?
Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, our forefathers. Even Papua New Guinea. The reason they call it Papua New Guinea because when they got there, they said the people here look like the people in Guinea. Same people. Seychelles and so on and so forth. All right, Madagascar, Mauritius. Our ancestors were taken on ships, not just to the Western world, but to the eastern part of the world too. So it's not talking about a physical land mass of Egypt like some of these dummies will go. Look at 3rd Maccabees, chapter 975th verse in the second stanza. Look, they wrote that, Josephus or somebody wrote, look, 5 people were taken into Egypt as slaves on a ship. That's the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28:68. Then how is it a worldwide event that's going to be on you as a sign and a wonder and upon thy seed forever? If I got to dig up under 17,000 books to find this one little stanza that say that. No. These people, I'm telling you, these folks is devils. They demonic. And they don't want you to know that they are the demonic spirits that God put on this earth in the form of a man named Esau and the descendants of him, the Edomites. And they don't want you to know that you, the Israelites, and that salvation is for you. And that everything that God got promised in his Bible is for you and your people. They don't want you knowing that. Because with you knowing that, you're going to separate yourself from them, and they're going to lose all credibility in your eyes. And you're going to stop following their ways, and you're going to turn back to your God, which means destruction for them. They know that deep down inside. That's why they'll go and find a 4th Maccabees. First of all, they used to see that the Apocrypha wasn't canon when they couldn't use it. Now, all of a sudden, go to 4th Maccabees, and look, 17 people got off a ship in Egypt. That's the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28:68. Wait a minute, and try to sell themselves, and nobody would buy them. Get the hell out of here. That's the dumbest. How is that a world-known event? The scriptures say Deuteronomy 28:46 for me, man.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So the transatlantic slave trade and the Indian Ocean slave trade, that's world-known, world-renowned events. Everybody know about the slave trade. You can look it up on Google. You can go look at historical books. They done made movies about it. It done changed the trajectory of history. So you know for a fact the transatlantic slave trade was a worldwide event. But then you gonna tell me I gotta go look at a book that you used to say wasn't canon. Now I gotta go look in that book, look through all these chapters, find one little area where it say, yeah, some Jews went down into Egypt on a ship, and 5 of them tried to sell themselves, and nobody would buy them. That's the world-renowned event that God put out that's going to be on a sign upon our people forever. Bruh. You crazy as hell. Now, the Lord do it big. The Lord don't do little small stuff in the corner. The Lord said, I'm going to punish you before everybody. Everybody going to know you my chosen people. Now I got to go find some book up on a shelf with dust on it to try to find out what God meant in Deuteronomy 28:68. You a damn fool.
Hey, Cal.
Go ahead.
Then Bishop Nathaniel just showed the image of the sister that was being sold into slavery with the men behind her. That's the forever part right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still going.
It's still going to this day. Man, get out of here, man. Yeah, let me finish Deuteronomy 28:68 real quick.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with
Read.
ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more
We
again.
didn't see them ancient Egyptians no more, so I don't want to hear that. Oh, yeah, they went back into Egypt on ships. No, we didn't see those ancient Egyptians no more. We didn't see that land mass. Did the Israelites go back into Egypt? We ran into Egypt when we was going through persecution, but never did you read about the Israelites going back into Egypt on a ship. Y'all got to go find that in some damn book that you ain't never even read before until you stumbled across. It might help me against the Israelites, so let me use it. But we can't use a scholar that say that you the Romans. He discredited, but you can use that. Okay, see, y'all demons. Go ahead, read that for me.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Go ahead.
For bondmen, and bondwomen.
And bondwomen.
And no man shall buy you.
No man would redeem you. Give me Leviticus 25 real quick. I know you got a scripture. What does it mean no man would buy you? Meaning nobody would redeem you. You got to know the laws of God. If you knew the laws of God, you would understand what he was saying. Leviticus chapter 25, and I want you to read verse 51.
The book of Leviticus 25 and verse 51. If there be yet many years behind, according to...
Start at 49. No, start at 48.
Verse 48. After that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him.
One of your brothers could redeem you if you sold yourself because you could not pay your debts off. So during that time, if I was in Issachar or if Issachar was in Judah and he could not pay off his debts, he would come and work for me until he could pay his debts off. His brother can come from Issachar and say, hey, listen, you got my brother here. He working for you. How much would it cost, or how much do he owe you to get him released? And I would say he owe me 1,000 shekels. His brother cut a check. His brother give me 1,000 shekels. Now he is redeemed. He go back to his homeland. God is saying in Deuteronomy 28:68, nobody coming to buy you out of this condition. This slavery that I'm putting on you is because I punishing you for your disobedience. So none of your brothers gonna be able to come save you from this. Go ahead.
Verse 49. Either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him.
Read.
Or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him. Or if he be able, he may redeem himself.
Go back Deuteronomy 28:68. Just that bottom part.
Yes, sir.
Sold as bondmen and bondwomen.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man would redeem you from this slavery because this slavery was of God. Not you selling yourself to a brother in another land to work off debt. Not the same thing. There is no redemption for this. God said, my hand on this. Y'all ain't getting away. Go ahead, officer.
You're going to learn today.
Give me 2 Maccabees 5 and 42.
Yes, sir.
What we got to understand about this Bible and these curses go concurrent. They keep going. And you can't try to discredit the curses to say, oh, they done happened. Deuteronomy 28 done took place. Nah, man, read this.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter...
2 Ezra 5:42.
2 Ezra. Yes, sir. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 42.
Come on.
Yes, sir. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
He said, God's judgments are like unto a ring. The curses keep happening and happening. Remember, when we read in Deuteronomy 28:48, it said they were going to last forever. Okay? So when the slave ships happened, that was a prophecy that took place in Deuteronomy 28:68. 1492 came, 1619, prophecy fulfilled. Understand that. And we got traded all throughout all four corners of the earth. Why? Read it again.
And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Because the Lord, the Most High's judgments are like unto a ring. We gotta go through these curses, and once these curses is up, the Lord gonna come deliver us.
All praises. Hey, give me that video about the fallout from federal government shutdown. So we had a lot more. We had a lot more stuff that we was gonna show you, but after a while, it starts to get to a point to where it's inevitable. It's there. It's clear. So I had, Issachar was sending books. I had books. We had about 7 or 8 more books that we could have showed you that prove without a shadow of a doubt that Amalek is an Edomite, and that Rome was Esau, and Greece were Esau, and America was founded by Esau. But I think y'all get the picture. Y'all get the point now. So we're going to move on to the judgments real quick. Bring that out for me. Play it.
down, the first in nearly 7 years.
Democrats and Republicans are facing off for what could be a long fight. Hundreds of thousands of workers have been furloughed. Services Americans depend on have been disrupted, and the shutdown could impact the travel industry the longer it lasts.
KTLA's Chris Wolf joins us live from LAX, where the shutdown could lead to staffing shortages and safety issues. Chris.
Absolutely. Good evening, John and Cher. Nearly 24 hours into this shutdown, and there's a new warning tonight from the FBI Agents Association. This group says it is very concerned about national security, that it could be in jeopardy, and that reduced, quote, operational resources can disrupt investigations, surveillance, forensic analysis, and partnerships with state, local, and international law enforcement. Air travel could also be impacted. Republicans and Democrats are pointing the finger at each other for the shutdown of the federal government, which began just after midnight Wednesday, October 1st. Lawmakers failed to reach a deal on a short-term spending plan. Hardest hit will be hundreds of thousands of federal employees in the form of furloughs, delayed paychecks, or termination. The scope and length of the shutdown will be anyone's guess, but this is what we do know. Air traffic controllers and Transportation Security Administration officers would keep working, but without pay until the shutdown ends. Airline industry officials warned the system will be strained. During the last
So what you think gonna happen when you go to the airport to get ready to fly out, and you got this brother or this sister that's standing there at TSA, and they've been working 10 days straight, and they ain't got paid? You think they're going to have the same attention to detail as it pertains to search and certain funny? They say, man, go on through the line, man.
Hell no.
I'm just telling you. You can say what you want to say. This is why the Bible, give me that real quick in Jeremiah 51 about the caterpillars. Is it 51 or 50? It's 50 and 12 or something like that, 50, 13? 50 and 14. Watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50.
51, 14? Yeah, read that.
51 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars.
Read.
And they shall lift up a shout against thee.
They shall lift up a shout against thee, going into Allah Akbar. That's what that means. You're going to see terrorism and all kind of stuff happen. This is opening it all up for that. Them open borders all these years, all these things been going on, just opening up for more and more people that hate this country. This country bombed their families when they were 9 years old, 4 years old. They lost their parents. They lost their children. Now they're amongst us, got suits on, acting like they're a part of this country, acting like they're citizens, just waiting for that moment when they are given the order to do what they need to do. That's what you see going on. That's what you see going to happen. Now, most of the people that are watching this, they don't know why this is taking place. 2 Ezra 16, verse 19. They don't know why this is happening. In their mind, they're like, man, it's just government shutdown. It's going to all be over soon. No, the Lord is plaguing this place. And he's plaguing this place is because it's Esau, Edom in rulership. And the Bible says, thus will I bring him down. He shall build, but I will throw down. Go ahead, read that for me.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for the amendment.
Read.
But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness,
Go ahead.
nor be always mindful of the scourges.
They're not even mindful. They see the elites of the world can see these things, but the regular Joe Schmo, black, Esau, whatever, Judah, Esau, these other nations, they're not paying attention to what's really taking place. They see the government shut down. They're like, oh, okay, well, it'll be over soon because black folks comfortable because we've been nourished by the face of the serpent here. So we're not paying attention to what's going on. Meanwhile, it's God doing this. God is doing this to wake your black behind up to you, the Israelites. God is allowing this white Christian nationalism to rise up so that you can see that you the Israelite. Allowing them to come together and say, hey, we can get blacks out the country. We don't give a damn. You blacks can you token Negroes, you can coon all you want. We don't give a damn. You token Negroes, you can speak in panics for us on social media. We don't give a damn. They don't care about Officer Tatum and all of these people that got a little platform, Candace Owens. They don't care about them. They telling you now, we don't give a damn about y'all now. We used y'all when we couldn't speak. Y'all were a DEI hire for white supremacy. Damn! You were a white supremacist DEI hire. They said they don't need you no more. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
That's them GMO foods they giving you. Go ahead.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Wait a minute. Didn't the Bible say that when evils were multiplied in the earth, it was because of the white man?
Come on.
Okay, go ahead.
Evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And great confusion. That's what you see going on. People confused. Why can't they just get along? Why can't they just come together and put a spending budget? Why they got to do this? Why they got to do that? Because you don't know what where you living. Right? Give me the next video. So Donald Trump's, I think this is his son, Eric Trump. He's these people, man, they done figured out a way to still make money, even though his father got all these felonies, supposedly, and they done filed bankruptcy all these times. They still find a way to make money, to make deals. Right. Watch this, play it for me.
And clearly, there's no doubt in my mind, cryptocurrency is going to replace traditional finance, TradFi, you know, and it's happening so fast. I mean, cryptocurrency is literally outpacing, you know, the growth of the internet, you know, in the 90s, Charles. And I've never been so clear about something. I've never been able to see something so clearly in my life, and it's been a lot of fun to be a part of this. And
so they talk about cryptocurrency basically replacing traditional finance. And that's what we've been reading about in Revelation 13 and various other parts of the scriptures. Go to the next one. President Donald Trump says crypto will fix the broken financial system. Play it.
Money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that?
Right. So he said he's going to fix the financial system. Go to the next one.
Today, I am making it official. Starting January 1st, 2026, the NESARA GESARA framework goes into full effect. For too long, the American people and the people of the world have been trapped in a broken financial system controlled by banks and manipulated by the elites. Well, that ends now. I can confirm that redemption centers have received their official notification and have accepted the NESARA GESARA gold coin. This is no longer speculation. This is law. By signing this order, we are recognizing the coin as the foundation of the new financial era. It is gold-backed, incorruptible, and created for the people. The reset is coming, and nothing can stop it. January 1st, 2026 will be remembered as the day freedom began.
You hear this? Pause it. I want to show you something. Go to Revelation 13. So to go back to what we were talking about earlier about how this place came from ancient Rome. All right, ancient Rome was renaissanced in the 1400s, and America ended up branching out of that later on in time. Right. Go back to Revelation 13, read 15.
The book of Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Read.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, that's sin. Go to Job 10, 14. The mark in their right hand and their foreheads is going into sin. Sin, sin, sin. Okay?
The book of Job 10, verse 14.
Not a microchip. Go ahead.
Job 10, verse 14. If I sin, then thou markest me.
If thou sin, then thou markest. If I sin, then thou markest me. Go ahead.
And thou wilt not acquit me from mine iniquity.
And thou wilt not acquit me from my iniquity. So sin is that mark in your right hand and your forehead. You ponder upon it, you believe it, and you act it out with your hand. All right? You put it into place. Go ahead. Revelation 13, 16 again.
Revelation 13, 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. Make all the make all of the countries of the earth drink of the wine of the wrath of their fornication. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell,
Read.
save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So you're going to agree with them, or you're not going to be able to receive funding. You're going to agree with them, or you're not going to be able to access your bank account. That's what this whole one world bank account, one world currency, that's what it's all about. It's forced worship, like Deacon Malachi went over a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month or two ago, in one of his classes about that forced worship. Right? Now, I'm going to show you something, because you may say, oh, that ain't what it is. Okay, go to the next one. Go to the next video we had. Watch this. So this go back to what we were just reading about. They would not be able to buy or sell unless they agreed with that mark. Right? Watch this.
Taking a live look over the White House now, where an offer for 9 colleges is on the table. Agree to our terms and we'll give you priority access to federal research money. The memo says the schools would have to freeze tuition for 5 years, cap international student enrollment, and ban using race or sex in hiring and admissions.
Pause it. Look at this. You black folks gonna get oppressed. We trying to tell you blacks, especially you black women that's deceived, think all white folks love you. They trying to get these top 9 universities to freeze tuition for 5 years, cap international student enrollment at 15%, ban using race or sex in hiring admissions, and commit to strict definitions of gender. They gonna force you. This go back to what we read right here. They gonna force you to do what they want you to do, and they gonna do it through finance. That's what they gonna do. Play it.
They include Vanderbilt, the University of Pennsylvania, Brown, MIT, and 5 others. The Trump administration says it doesn't plan to limit federal funding only to schools that sign the agreement.
Yeah, he had to throw that in at the end. Throw that BS in. We don't plan to do it with everybody. Read it again. Verse 17.
Revelation 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
Number of a man. That beast is a man. Go ahead.
And his number is 600, 6.
His number is 300 or 600, 6. Now let me show you something. That man. Give me that real quick in Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, I think it's 16.
The book 14, of Isaiah, 16, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Yep.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Is this the man? The man? Go ahead.
That made the earth to tremble?
Read.
That did shake kingdoms?
How he make the earth to tremble? First of all, through his policies, through his warfare, through his nuclear bombs, all of that. That's how he control and manipulate the whole planet Earth. That's why the Bible says in Obadiah 1, thou art greatly despised. Give me that next video, how money destroyed ancient Rome. I got to show y'all this real quick. I just got to show you this.
About the fall of Rome, they imagined barbarians storming the gates, legions collapsing, or emperors poisoned in marble palaces. But empires don't crumble just from outside attack. They rot from within. And one of the most corrosive forces is always money. Rome didn't just fall because of invasions or corruption. It fell because its currency collapsed. And the lessons from that collapse still apply to every modern economy that thinks it can play games with money, get away with it. Let's set the stage. For centuries, Rome's economic backbone was the silver denarius. First minted around 201 before Christ, it was nearly pure silver, trusted across the empire and beyond. Roman soldiers were paid in it, merchants demanded it, and ordinary people stored their wealth in it. The denarius wasn't just money, it was confidence in metal form. The empire's power and the coin's value were linked. As long as people believed in Rome, they believed in its money. But running an empire is expensive. Legions had to be paid, roads and aqueducts built, and wars financed. By the 2nd century after Christ, Rome was stretched thin, defending borders against Germanic tribes, Parthians in the east, and unrest within. Tax revenues could not keep pace with military costs. So emperors turned to an age-old trick, debasement. Instead of taxing citizens more, always unpopular, they reduced the silver content in the denarius. The numbers tell the story. Under Emperor Augustus, who ruled at the dawn of the empire, the denarius contained about 95% silver. By the reign of Caracalla in the early 3rd century, it had dropped to around 50%. By the time of Emperor Gallienus in the mid-3rd century, the denarius contained less than 5% silver. A coin once made of solid metal had become a disc of bronze coated with silver wash. The people could see and feel the difference. Inflation followed. Prices rose because money was no longer anchored to real value. A measure of wheat that once cost a single denarius might suddenly cost dozens. This was not abstract theory, it destroyed the lives of ordinary Romans. Soldiers demanded higher pay to cover rising costs. Merchants stopped accepting debased coins, preferring barter or payments in gold. Local economies reverted to direct trade because the currency was no longer trusted. And the more confidence eroded, the more emperors struck cheaper coins, hoping volume would replace value. It was a vicious cycle, the same cycle that has repeated in countless inflation since. The crisis peaked during the so-called crisis of the 3rd century. Between 235 and 284 after Christ, Rome suffered nearly 50 years of chaos, invasions, plagues, civil wars, and economic collapse.
Pause.
Emperors.
What you see here? What y'all see here, brothers? What? It's same thing going on in America right now. It's the same thing. Military spread out all over the world, civil unrest within the country, trying to use inflation to catch up, debt at an all-time high, interest rates at an all-time high, inflation at an all-time high. Federal workers can't get paid right now. Right now, this is the plagues of America. This is God bringing down Esau, Edom. And it's happening right before their eyes. But guess who they focused on? They focus on us. They focus on what we teaching. They in our chat talking ish about what we teaching, and their world is crumbling around them. Well, you about to say something good?
Hey, Cap, in the clip, it mentioned something that was very important. It said right after the time of Christ, that's when you started to see that drop. Same here today in the earth. As soon as the Israelites start bringing the truth out, what do you see? The decline of America. It's exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. And that's why the Bible says, go to Obadiah 1 and 4 real quick again that we read earlier. We about to shut it down with a little overtime. Obadiah 1 and 4.
The book of Obadiah, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Read.
though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Go ahead.
thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
The Lord said, I'm going to bring you down from that time that you go to the stars. That was 1969. That's the same year the truth began to spread the way that it spread in 1969. Now what you see, a collapse of their economy. Everything coming down. The golden years of America are done. They're behind us now, right? Go back to that video real quick. I want to show you what they tried to do. Go back to the video and let me see. Have you zoom in? I might fast forward just a little bit. I want to stop. Fast forward just a little bit. Keep it, just slide it so I can see it. All right, right here. This other.
He issued the edict on
Diocletian. Go ahead, play it.
Maximum prices, fixing the cost of over 1,000 goods and services, from grain to labor wages. Violators faced death. The edict was a disaster. Prices couldn't be controlled by decree when the money itself was worthless. The black market exploded, and official trade all but collapsed. People learned quickly that the law couldn't make a broken coin whole. Eventually, Rome abandoned the denarius altogether. Constantine the Great introduced the solidus, a gold coin of consistent purity, around 312 after Christ. It restored some stability and lasted for centuries in the Eastern Roman or Byzantine Empire. But by then, the Western Empire was already fatally weakened.
Pause it.
The debasement
so
of
you saw what he tried to do? He tried to issue another type of currency, gold. But what I want to show you is that when they fail in one currency, they try to put things in to try to deny the inevitable, that they're coming down fast. You understand? And the Bible prophesied that they coming down. And they know that. So now, verse 18 and verse 21.
Obadiah, verse 18.
So this is what you can look forward to. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Read.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
Go ahead.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
Come on.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Read.
For the Lord hath spoken
For the
it.
Lord have spoken it. Skip down to verse 21.
Verse 21. And saviors shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau.
Read.
And the kingdom shall be the Lord.
And the kingdom shall be the Lord. 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 7 through 9. And the kingdom shall be the Lord. So you're finished. You're done. You're on your way down. It's declining fast. And the Lord is raising up saviors in this last day that you're going to kill or that you're going to imprison, because the Bible prophesied that you would do that to the prophet. And that in her was found the blood of martyrs of Jesus and of saints. But that's not going to stop the inevitable. Read.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Go ahead.
Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Read.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
And that was symbolic. Watch this.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the end of the world. Esau is here. He is the end of the Gentile kingdoms. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Since you love to use 4th Maccabees to try to prove that the Israelites went into slavery in Egypt and tried to sell themselves and nobody bought them, I'm going to use 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 9. I'm going to assume that you believe in 2nd Esdras as well. 2nd Esdras said Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is he that followeth. Meaning Esau will be the last ruling kingdom before Christ's kingdom. Meaning what? The Edomites are still here and they still exist.
Right.
All praise to the Most High. So I hope y'all was able to get something from that show today. All praises to the Most High. So yeah, you're right. We should have wore red, man. We definitely should have wore red. All praises. But hey, it is what it is, man. Look, like, share, comment, subscribe. As y'all already know, we on IUIC Raleigh 2 because they gave us a strike on our original IUIC page. It is what it is.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community.